What's tonight, for? If this team get beat, we in the final four.
You ain't he's a poor man LeBron, bro, when it comes to trades. It's like you guys look at KD went to go
down 3 games, it's a quick sweep.
Not cap if you want to. Cap if you want to. Cap if you want to.
You know what's in me.
When I said that they let James Harden do the same thing, and let Kevin Durant do the same thing, and they're essentially letting James Harden do the same thing again.
I said Kevin Durant should have took a 50-50 blame, and Westbrook should have took a 50-50 blame too.
That's right, get some fucking help. You feel me? Back in the motherfucking building on this beautiful ass Tuesday.
Tuesday.
You know, we go over here. We go either day. It don't matter.
Don't matter.
What's up, boo?
What up, man?
Shit, chilling. Feel me? I went to see Matt Rife last Friday.
A word.
Yeah.
How that was?
Yeah. That shit was good, bro. That shit was good, man.
I fuck with Matt Rife, man. I fuck with Matt Rife.
It was a good show. Good show, man. Especially, you know, kind of was half. It wasn't half. It was a full comedy show.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say 25% concert.
Okay. Hey.
I don't know if you know this artist, but I grew up on him. Came out in '98. Jesse McCartney.
Word. Say, is that right?
Nigga brought Jesse McCartney out. Nigga.
No way.
Nigga.
I need you in your beautiful soul, huh?
Yes, that's the last song he sung. Did a full song set, so that was amazing. And then I followed that up Saturday. I went to the gun range, shot my AR, shot an AR for the first time.
Yeah,
you know, felt good.
I like that.
Mad comfortable with the piece in the hand now. You feel me? Grab that thing. You know.
Yeah.
Let them things out, no problem. You
know. He's full on. You feel me? You know what I mean? He's well.
Yeah. Yeah. I come to body you, like Logic said. You feel me? But anyway, we got some basketball talk. Boy, we'll be here in a second. You know, I had to drop a rap bar just in case it's like Jesse McCartney. I get down with the pop music.
Feel me? We listen to all kinds of musics over here.
I'll say some crazy shit. I fuck with pop more than I fuck with R&B. So that's just me.
Hey, I feel you.
That's just me.
I feel you.
You feel me? That's just me. Now that don't mean I don't fuck with R&B, nigga. I go to my oldies playlist that got 300 songs in it. You feel me? Show you some shit. You feel me? Because my playlist actually go back to the 50s, but this ain't a music show. It's a basketball show. So let's
same. And I got a whole country playlist that I really rock with more than my R&B playlist.
You feel me? I hit you with them platters. You know, you don't want none of those platters. I hit you with them. And I ain't talking about the dishes. You feel me? You feel me? But anyway, we had some moves coming over this weekend. First move that I think I saw was the first one I want to talk about because it's one of my old players that I was begging for 2.5 years for them to trade him, and they finally traded him. And now he's heading back to a big market team. And that is no other than Marcus motherfucking Smart. Heading to the Lakers, 2-year deal, $11 million. What are we thinking about that, Lou?
It's crazy because every time I see Marcus Smart's name, I instantly think of you. Like, I know Troy is probably somewhere like just laughing right now because
you got to run to LeBron. Look at this. This nigga got to run to LeBron.
Oh,
Talking about, I think I get a team what they need, the type of player I am, the competitor. Nigga, shut up. Shut up. What you help the Grizzlies do? Nothing. You help the Grizzlies do nothing. They may trade your ass?
Oh, man.
You send your ass to purgatory.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a very interesting move for the Lakers. I guess I could say. I thought Marcus Smart was just gonna relatively bounce around some small market teams, kind of sort of for the rest of his career. After he left Boston, not gonna lie to you, just because after he left Boston, you didn't really hear from him like that. But
was it him or was it the system?
I mean, see, there you go, right? And so, I mean, when it comes to Marcus Smart, and him being a Laker, I see them kind of using him for some sort of trade value, I guess, because he does have that accolade of being a former defensive player of the year. So you can, I guess, weigh that in on some type of contractual or trade piece value. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I just think the Lakers are just doing shit to do it at this point.
I mean, it also is Marcus Smart choice to sign because it was 3 teams: Lakers, Suns, and Bucks. He chose to go to the Lakers. Fuck him. That's all I gotta say is fuck him. He ain't on Boston. I don't give a shit. You feel me? I don't take back. Troy don't take back shit he said about Marcus Smart while he was on Boston. All right, you feel me? You feel me? I know I'd like to get up here and talk, but they got there with Marcus Smart. Yeah, we won it without him.
I mean, and is it bad to say, or is it crazy to say that the niggas that they replaced Marcus Smart with did a better job than him?
Mr. Bootlegged fucking Dollar General ass Stephen Curry want to be motherfucker.
I'm just saying because they put Drew Holiday there, they put Derek White there, and they did a tremendous job
getting us over that hump that Marcus Smart couldn't get us over. Because he ain't no goddamn point guard. You feel me? Marcus Smart ain't no point guard. You feel me? He's good at his role when it comes to defense. You know, great one-on-one defender. I don't know how he is now. He's a little older. We'll see if he can get back to, you know, the 4 years ago, Marcus Smart. Mm-hmm. Maybe the Lakers will wake him up. You know, maybe, you know, playing on that big stage will give him something to fight for again. Maybe he was hurt that, you know, Boston let him go. And then, you know, while he was healing, Boston went out there and won a championship and probably, you know, hurt him even more. So maybe LeBron opening his arms to him. They said Luka recruited him, but maybe LeBron opening his arms to him could help him out some, you know, get his confidence back. You feel me? But hopefully he don't go with Jordan. They don't go through what Jordan Clarkson went through. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? That's my favorite player to bring up when I talk about LeBron, Jordan Clarkson. You feel me? And Mo Williams. You feel me? You know, but I wish Marcus Smart good luck in his endeavors. Fuck him. Don't care. Boston's for life. On to the next one, which is a little bit more interesting. Dame motherfucking Dollar headed back to Portland after, correct me if I'm wrong, one season and a half?
Yeah.
1 season and a half and back to Portland? I don't understand. On a, what was it, a 3-year, $42 million? I wouldn't have took the 3 years. I would have took a 1-1 because I'm injured, so I would have got some money, and they probably would have gave me a little bit of money this year. He probably gonna make the most of that 42 on the back end,
and he has no trade clause.
Has no trade clause, so they can't trade his ass again. He's gonna finish his career in Portland.
Well, definitely,
100%. 100%. He finishes his career in Portland.
That's definitely the plan. Definitely.
How are you feeling about him going back to Portland?
I mean, we talked about it a little bit on PVT the other night. I thought it was interesting. I mean, the way I see it is you're coming off an injury. You've made a lot of money, right? The Bucks were still paying you. You just signed a contract with the Trailblazers, but the Bucks were still paying you regardless of the fact if they waived you or not. I would have just took this opportunity to try to find a legitimate contender, rehab with them, sign a nice little cheap little deal because you don't need the money. You're still getting paid millions of dollars from the fucking Bucks. It's $25 million a year from the Bucks. Obviously, they're gonna break it up, but you're still getting paid that money. So I would take a vet minimum deal somewhere and rehab with them and see if I can try to get a championship, right? Because at the end of the day, when people look at Dame Lillard, they say that he's almost basically accomplished everything else that you can accomplish in the basketball world as outside of being an MVP, right? Or offensive player of the year, whatever the case may be, leading scorer, but except winning a championship. And a lot of people feel like he's one of the guys who should win a championship or deserves a championship. And I don't use that narrative that guys deserve a championship because I think the work that you put in is what makes you deserve a championship. So if you don't put the work in and your team doesn't put the work in, then obviously you niggas didn't deserve a championship. But just looking at the outlook of his career, it's like, why not? Why not sacrifice a little bit of money to go and, you know, snag you a chip real quick, right? And then go back to Portland when you're ultimately ready to call it a career. I mean, I respect the decision. He's going to go back to where his roots are and where he started, but I feel like could have took the opportunity to grab a little championship. You know what I'm saying, on your way back there. That's it.
Hey, but now Tracy McGrady. This is it right here. You know what you were saying. The you not winning a championship. I put you on that level. Yeah, Dame accepts it. It's clear as day. Going back to Portland to me is Dame accepting that he will never be on the level of a Steph Curry. And I know probably after Dame's career, he's going to be on a podcast and he's going to be talking about why can't he be as good as Steph. Listen, you're not. You ain't got the rings to back it up. He was one of the key driving force before KD got there to winning those championships. And, he did win one after KD. So I do agree more a little bit. You do have a chance to go somewhere and try to win a ring, for at least a year. Go take a 1-year deal, come back at the end of the season, maybe play a little bit in the playoffs if the team make it. You feel me? Help that team go, possibly win a championship and bounce up out of there. Go back to Portland and got my ring. I'm out. But I also, on the other end, understand that Dame isn't a ring chaser. He isn't going to go join the best guys to win a ring. So what you're gonna get there is him going back to Portland. That's what you get, because he's not that type of person. Move, take over, my daughter's calling me.
That's fair. That's true. I can understand that. Yeah. Oh. You're muted. Oh, no, you're good. You for sure, you're good. For sure. While he does that, yeah, Dame going, and I guess the most interesting point to me, right, is him going back to be close to his daughter. Now, I'm not saying that he couldn't have taken the steps or he shouldn't have taken the steps to go back to being close with his daughter during rehab. But at the same time, and like Troy said, he's obviously not a ring chaser, right? But I mean, the most interesting thing to me is that was his big thing, right? Leaving the Portland Trailblazers was to go try to get a ring, right? Or to try to be on a contender to where he can, battle for a championship. Now, I understand that the type of injury that he has acquired has maybe have him seeing the writing on the wall type shit, is where he's like, you know what? It's probably not looking well. I'm not going to be able to play that next year. I should probably just save my career for what it is instead of trying to go chase a ring. I'm just going to get the money that I can, be closer with my family, and in a few years call it a career. So, I mean, like I said, I definitely understand it and I get it, but I just feel like as far as the narrative goes, because a lot of people like to build those narratives, especially after players have been playing, as we see with Bleacher Report. I know a lot of people are going to try to hold that against Dame whenever they're doing their all-time ranking. So, I
mean, definitely down there on the list, but you're on the list.
Yeah, true. He is.
To Tracy McGrady's point, these players, and I think even us here, especially in our earlier days, that I missed, I was really getting into debates. A lot of times we get caught up and we say things, but we're not, in those moments, we're not taking away from a player. We're just saying that these players are either, like Boo, I like to say, rightfully ranked, right? Yeah. Because of the career that they had. You could be, the most skilled player in the NBA, Brandon Jennings. But if your career doesn't go anywhere, and if you don't do anything with your skill, then you can't sit here and say that you're better than a Drew Holiday, a Jeff Teague, people that actually accomplish stuff with their skill in the league. I think that matters more than you just being the more skilled player. Where did your skill lead you to?
I think that's a really good point. I want to build on that because a lot of people will come into the league and you may be skilled. You may have a crazy bag. You may have a crazy shot. You may have been the best player in your college team or your high school, whatever the case may be. You may have been like Brandon Jennings and went overseas and played professionally before you got to the league. That's cool. But the test of a good of a great player is how you follow directions. And a lot of you niggas didn't follow directions well. That's the reason why you niggas didn't last in the league. Y'all didn't understand how to play a role. You may have been great. You may have been a dope-ass offensive player. But what separated a lot of these other players from you is they knew how to buy into the system. They didn't go into the system like, okay, well, fuck everybody else. I'm just going to get a bucket. They grew with the system. They developed with the system. So then eventually the system, they didn't have to put all of their trust in the system because the system put their trust in them because they showed they had the ability to carry the system how it's supposed to be ran, right? That's how development works. That's how basketball works. That's how teams are supposed to work, right? So a lot of these guys, when they get into these podcasts or when they get into talking about their individual career, yeah, you may have been great. You may have been dope. You may have the craziest bag and been absolutely athletic and, oh, I'm a bucket and here and there, but did you follow team protocol? Did you buy into the role that they were trying to develop you into so that you can develop into the superstar that they envision you to be, right? And a lot of people completely forget that and, oh, well, I'm a better basketball player. Yeah, you may have been, but they had a better career because they knew how to follow directions and be coachable and develop within the system. So now they are the system. That's the difference, Jeff Teague. That's the difference, Brandon Jennings. That's the difference. What the hell is this other? Rodney McCants. It's the difference, guys.
Rodney McKean. Well, it doesn't change anything in the pecking order of how teams are. I mean, the Portland isn't going to the playoffs because they have Dame. Plus, he's injured, so that's that.
Next year.
Yeah. So that's that. I mean, but I can understand why he went back. I think I respect him a little bit too, a little bit more because of him not going to a team where he could have won an easy championship, just going home and like, yo, I'm gonna finish it out here. True. But like I said, we're not gonna mention, or when you do mention Dame versus Steph, it's not gonna be a legitimate because people are always gonna point to what Steph did to lead his team to those finals. But moving on, where was I? All right, Bradley Beal and the Suns agreed to a buyout. And now I'm seeing a couple of reports here that the Warriors wanted Beal on a veteran minimum, which makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Bill Clippers contract reportedly includes a 15% trade kicker. And Bill reportedly
undefeated, bro.
Yeah, and then Bill reportedly wasn't interested in the Lakers.
That's understandable.
So Warriors, and let's start the first piece. Warriors wanted Bill on the veteran minimum. I respect that. You feel me? You. What was your contract? Let me go see. What was his contract before the buyout?
This nigga's agent is, bro. That nigga. This nigga's agent is Lex Luthor or something, bro. Because that man got mouthpiece. I swear. They gotta let his agent run for president. Because goodness gracious. But to speak on the Warriors point, that sounds like some dumb shit they would do, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How much did he buy out for, though? That's another thing too.
I don't know because he did have a pretty hefty contract when he was in Phoenix, I believe. I believe so. Contract was.
So he signed a 5-year, $251 million contract in 2022 with the Wizards, I believe.
It's gracious.
So I want to see the breakdown of it, though.
Damn. See? Look, I'm telling you, his eight, and that was after like prime Bradley Beal days when like he was like starting to like slow down a little bit. Bro, his agent still got that. Who is that nigga agent, bro? I'm sorry. I got looking. My nigga be in the lab. Oh, okay. Let me see. Mark Bartelstein. Yeah, they I ain't gonna lie. He needs to go ahead and get some other niggas need to go ahead and get that man on the payroll, man. Because, dog, oh my gosh. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to look for it by year.
Let me see.
All right, so yeah, okay, I got it. Do I? All right, 2022, he signed a max. So we was in the 2024-2025 season. So he still had $110 million left in his contract. Because he still had $110 million left in his contract through this year and next year. So I wonder how much the buyout was.
Man.
Yeah, because it just says his contract was bought out, but it doesn't say how much was it bought out for. I wonder if you could find out that information.
That makes sense, though. I'm looking at his client list, and dog, I'm seeing why a lot of these niggas got a good payday or like just good deals. Because, man, bro, the client list is. You see why? You feel me? I see why. Look, MP and Michael Porter Jr., Michael Novak Jr. is on here. You see why he kept getting the hefty contracts he was getting.
Yeah, so okay, that was an easy search if I would have did that. I was trying to find it by year, but I couldn't. But so Bradley Beal agreed to a contract buyout with the Suns that involved him giving back $13.9 million of his $110 remaining on his contract, allowing him to sign a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Clippers.
Okay.
So what's the difference between the veteran max and $11 million he signed with the Clippers?
I was going to ask the same question. Because what is
We gotta try to do some research.
okay, let me see.
Not what I'm looking for, bitch.
Man.
Then gotta ask the right player. Right question.
2 years, 11 million.
2 year, $11 million. So I want to know what's the vet minimum? What is the max of player, NBA player?
So the vet minimum is if you have 10 years of experience, estimated about 3.6. But that they said that's specifically for a 1 year minimum, but it can range from anywhere from 3.6 to I think like 9 million.
So I guess he just didn't want to play for the Lakers because to me that sounds like he signed the veteran minimum.
Yeah, no, that's to me that's what it sounds like. He just didn't want to play.
Signed the 2 year veteran minimum.
Yeah, and from what I read, there was a heavy push by the Bucks and the Lakers, and he just didn't want to sign there. So,
well, fuck him. Clippers also had Chris Paul.
I could have swore he said he was retiring. But
He said this is likely to be his last season.
I thought he said that last year. I'm just saying. I don't know what to believe anymore at this point because he said that last year. You know what I'm saying? When he said, when he was in San Antonio, and I thought that it was the passing of the guard, right? And I don't know. Maybe this took. I don't want to say go back to where he started, but like to where he had the most success. Because, well, I don't know. Can you classify that as success? Because he did go to the finals at Phoenix, but Lob City was a big part of his career as well. So you don't want to gloss over that.
I mean, but to me, it's not like he's gonna make a difference in him winning a championship.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it bolsters the second unit, which you lost after you lost Westbrook because he went to the Nuggets and then now he's playing in China. And then obviously it gives them, I guess, better decision making because Norman Powell's gone. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I thought he was retiring after last year. Apparently, he feels like he still has something to give to the game. So, hey, more power to you, CP. More power to you. Just don't go out there and hurt nothing because that would be like a move.
Clifford needs his legs.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I don't know what the Clippers are like, what their strategy is, or what they're looking for here.
Confused.
I gotta pull up their roster real quick. But it just seems like they're trying to stay in that super team like realm, and I think a lot of teams are moving away from it and having success, especially with how much injuries are going around the league. I don't think this is sustainable. So James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, which is just names, Kobe Sanders, Derrick Jones Jr., Amir Coffey, Chris Dunn, Flowers Dude, Bogdanovich, you got Brooke Lopez now, Cam Christie, John Collins, Kobe Brown, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Ben Simmons, Nicholas Batum, Zubac, Patty Mills. I mean, it's a solid squad, but I don't know what the use of Bradley Beal is going to be unless Kawhi Leonard is going to take, another 40 games off. Then maybe I don't know what James Harden and Bradley Beal looks like on the floor because those are two ball-dominant players. Chris Paul can help out a lot with the movement of the ball. He's not as fast as he is, so he can pick up his assist, though. I'm not mad at the front five. Bench is decent. It's really just going to come down to if James, Bradley Beal, and Kawhi Leonard healthed.
Yeah, honestly, shit.
All three of them are injury prone. I mean, Bradley Beal's been dealing with some injuries since his end of his stint in Washington, beginning of his stint to the Suns. I remember, if I remember correctly, his first year with the Suns, they needed him in the playoffs and he wasn't there because he was injured. So there is a big question mark around these guys. Decent squad on paper. I mean, Chris Paul is 97 years old. So Kawhi Leonard ain't got no knees. Now let me stop. That's my boy. And James Harden, he deals with injuries here and there. So that is just interesting that those top three players, that's the players you go out there if I'm the Clippers. Bradley Beal, adding that to two already guys that kind of struggle with their health. It's interesting. What's up, boy?
What up, man?
What's good? How you feeling?
Good.
My bad.
Nah, we knew your 5 minutes was nigga time. We are good.
It's all gravity.
We knew, nigga. We knew them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But we was just talking about no problem, boy. We were just talking about You know, all the adding that the Clippers did over the last couple of days, adding Bradley Beal on 2-year veteran minimum, $11 million. Bradley Beal turned down deals from the Lakers, Bucks, and then adding Chris Paul. What are your thoughts on that, Boo? Welcome.
As it stands, I think the Clippers got probably the best team in the Western Conference right now. Granted, it's a lot of injury-prone players on the team, but I always got to base it
Ben
off.
Simmons.
Yeah, and Ben Simmons. I still want to base it off of if everybody is at least healthy, I think they are like potentially one of the deepest teams in basketball, actually.
Kawhi trying to get him one. You say I got to catch up. How many Kawhi got? 2, 3?
Ooh, them Jones.
Got 2.
One with the Spurs and in Toronto. Yeah, he got to get one more, solidify his legacy.
No, it's solidified, but one more would put him in a different breed, especially
Different conversation for sure.
Yeah, especially when you think about like he would have done it with 3 different teams, things of that nature. Like it'll put him in a different conversation.
Do you think if he wins with this squad that people hold him to the same standard that they hold LeBron to with the help?
No.
It might be some murmurs out there. I ain't gonna say it's 100%. No, it might be some murmurs.
It can't be because LeBron, again, a lot of this stuff he's doing in the prime of his career, and even then, like he's playing with other players in their primes. Like most of these guys aren't champions. Most of these guys have.
That would be the defense to it.
Yeah, especially like if he was to win with a guy like James Harden, who most people kind of like wrote off already, like he's nice or whatever, and most people give him his flowers to a certain degree. Like we know he's one of the more gifted offensive players we've ever seen, but at the same time, we also know he has playoff woes. So it is what it is. Like, but to get it done with a guy like that, and then obviously this would be a guy like Chris Paul's first title as well. Like things like that look good on your resume.
Mulich?
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, and this is nowhere near Buap saying that they're going to go out there and automatically win a championship. It's just saying that they have a really competitive roster, and just looking at the outlook of the roster, they definitely look as to one of the upper echelons of the Western Conference. I'm not gonna lie to you though, if they do fuck around and cap off and win a championship on some crazy shit, first and foremost, that is going to be a civil war that California is not prepared for. And I think the conversation about Kawhi is that definitely those murmurs they get pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those narratives start right because now he has his 3rd ring, like you said, Buwap. It's with this third different team. And a lot of people are going to attribute the 2 championships that he did acquire against the 2 best players in the league at the time, one being LeBron, one being Steph Curry. And if you go on and win another one, then that means you're obviously beating another best player in the league, whether that be Jokic, Shea, Luka, whoever the case may be. So I think that a lot would play into the narrative of, oh, well, now we're putting Kawhi in different kind of conversations. Not saying that they're going to automatically win, but if that conversation was to happen, I think that's what a lot of people would point at.
I think he immediately goes over Kevin Durant in most people's eyes. Immediately.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's fair though. I'm not gonna lie, that's fair.
It's very fair, if you ask me. It's very fair.
Yeah.
He's gonna get in that Larry Bird talks more consistently then at that point because it's gonna be deserving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that'll be big for him. That'll be big for Kawhi's legacy, especially if he cap it off with a Finals MVP. It'll be huge.
Yeah, because that'd be 3 on 3 different teams.
We're gonna see. It's like I said before, boys. Good team on paper. But those injuries are a big concern, especially with the way that the trend of the NBA is now, with a bunch of injuries happened to a bunch of stars. Kawhi only played 37 games last year.
That's fair.
Sorry. James played, what was it?
James Harden played a large chunk of the season.
I think it was 67, 97. He played 97 games.
Yeah,
But
97. How you play 97 again?
90, whatever. Shut up, boy. He played 79 games. I was counting the playoffs. Last year, Bill played 53.
That must have been the longest first round in fucking NBA history, motherfucker.
First to 12, nigga. 12 wins, nigga. First to 12, they lost fucking 11-0, nigga. That's not the game score. That's the series score, 11-0. Bradley Beal only played 53 games last year.
That's not bad.
53 games the year before that.
Okay, that is kind of bad.
50 games the year before that.
Yeah, see, something is
So I don't know, because if we look at Kawhi, and we know Kawhi has had some injuries. 37 last year, 68 the year before that, 52, and 57 since he's been on the Clippers.
But it's all about like finding all those, and I think Ty Lue gonna be able to do it. He's gonna be able to, with a team like that, you'll be able to rest guys here and there. You'll be able to, you know what I'm saying?
I said that too. Bradley Beal could be the guy they're looking for to help James Harden with the offense when Kawhi's out or they need to rest.
But now the way
65 games.
If you got a second unit which consists of a Bradley Beal and a Chris Paul, more than likely is going to be these two players coming off your bench.
Yep.
That's very good to have.
You saying Bradley Beal coming off the bench?
And
I think Bradley Beal should come off.
I mean, that's what the Suns wanted him to do.
Yeah, but I think he is more understood at this point in his career what he's going to have to do. I don't think he's taking a veteran minimum and expecting to flat out start. I think he understands what's going on. Like,
do you think if he would have took the Warriors deal, he would have been starting?
No.
I think possible. That's more possible for sure, because they don't,
and a
have
Steve Kerr
as
lineup?
much.
No.
Yeah, but then when I think about it, you got Jimmy Butler there. Like, I don't really know. Like, I still think he took the best deal in the best situation, honestly, because the Clippers aren't too far away from being like, like they championship contender as long as Kawhi is healthy. If he's healthy, I think they're contenders for sure.
I mean, we gotta see. It's not. I don't mind the Chris Paul move. I think that actually helps them with the ball movement. Offense, taking it out of their two stars' hands at sometimes. But we'll see how things play out.
Chris Paul is gonna be a demon coming off that bench, man. I'm telling you.
100%. 20 assists next season. The game. 20 assists a game. But boy, I wanted your thoughts on Dame going back to Portland.
Man. It's just like I said,
one of those days.
I think it's the best move he could have made at this stage in his career, because honestly, he's not going to probably be a number 2 option to a championship caliber team, and his best chance, if he wants to prolong his basketball career, would be to go to a team where the expectations aren't crazy, but yeah, like, I don't know. I just think Dame is just in the best situation, honestly, in Portland because the team, the fan base loves him. He won't be able to, you know what I'm saying, like necessarily have to be the man, but he'll have a decent enough role where he can find a rhythm. Because I think that's what's most important after you have an injury like that. You need to be somewhere where you can find a rhythm. And it would be nice to find a rhythm without some type of like real expectations. Like he go to Portland, long as he, you know, looking like Dame and the fans gonna cheer for him. You don't want to be nowhere where the moment you step on the court and this, oh, boo, as soon as you have a bad game, this is not what we, you know what I'm saying? Like going to the Lakers, the moment he had a bad game, it would have been a nightmare for him. It'd been a nightmare for him. Like that's not the place you need to be trying to be at, or any place where they trying to really contend and you trying to recover from an injury. He's not as young as Kevin Durant was when he got the Achilles tear, and don't have as much as stock as Kevin Durant did. Like that's just the truth. Like so, Brooklyn took a chance on KD, and obviously it paid off. He was still KD for the most part. I don't think you can do that if you Dame and take them chances. Like he got a little paycheck, more than he probably was gonna get anywhere else, especially knowing they finna miss the whole year pretty much. I just thought that was like the best deal for him. This could either be a farewell tour, or this could be a redemption tour where he go out there for Portland and put on a little show, and maybe if he still feel like he got something else to offer. That's why I think the no trade clause was so important, because he can't just get traded because he got name value. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, I guess no ring chasing for him. He stuck true to his to who he is. That's how I see it. But you're all right. It isn't smart for him to go to a team that's contending right now, because they might try to rush him back and snap that motherfucker again.
Yeah.
Mike! Do you think Bill not wanting to go to the Lakers is a knock against LeBron? Stop. Can't be the typical reporter out here. I'm sorry. But no, seriously, do you? Not seriously. Do you think it's? Excuse me.
I would say it probably got something to do with it for sure. Like you just don't know what's going on with that situation. It's a lot going on. Like I'd rather go to a team that got a core already. If I'm Bradley Beal, they got a core unit. I'm just there to kind of like he basically gonna play the Norman Powell role to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that can come be instant offense, and that's like not the same with the Lakers. Like, yeah, his role probably would just be that, but the pressure and the expectations when shit not already looking good over here, like it's just too much. It would have been basically for a player like Bradley Beal, I think, basically Phoenix 2.0. Where you playing a lot of catch and shoot, and you really not a catch and shoot player. At least with the Clippers, he'd go in and be like he can kind of play his game, because Chris Paul is gonna be responsible for kind of getting the others involved on that second unit. But Bradley Beal will just be able to be focused on who he been, which is get a bucket here and there. You know what I mean? I could see him averaging 14, 15 points a game very efficiently if things going right, and that's all they kind of need him to do.
Yeah, I was going to say like about 16.7 points a game.
Yeah.
Boo, I don't think he was here. You care about Marcus Smart to the Lakers?
I didn't no fuck about that.
Okay. Fuck that nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, me and Boo up on the same page.
It's just like it's nothing the Lakers doing unless like they get like some type of front court presence is going to impress me for the most part.
Ooh, hold on. There's a report that Dame wasn't happy with the Bucks. Let me find out why real quick.
I heard the Bucks have a lot of problems.
Also, he was not happy with Milwaukee. He didn't want to go there in the first place. He wanted to go to Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
Agent talked him into it. Gave him a chance to win. He wasn't necessarily happy. There was anything against Milwaukee or the Bucks or anything like that. He did want to win, but the fit never really worked out. That's it? How is that a report? I could do this shit. I could do this shit. If that's the report, I can do this shit. Bleacher Report. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's it? You ain't gonna tell us no juice? Well, we got our inside scooper over here, Mulich. What was going on in Milwaukee?
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of turmoil going on, not only just with Dame, but with Doc, Giannis, Kyle Kuzma, just a lot of locker room stuff. A lot of players felt like because Dame was so vocal about not being in Milwaukee that he wasn't fully bought in, which is the reason why their playoff woes loomed. A lot of people felt like Giannis was taking more of a backseat, trying to let Dame control the show when it's more of his team, and he should have been the leader to step up because he won the championship, et cetera, et cetera.
He tied.
I guess the reports around Kyle Kuzma is that he was abrasive coming into the locker room, thinking that he had a role or he was going to play a role that he wasn't guaranteed. So that rubbed a lot of players the wrong way. Just a lot of inner locker room turmoil, which I guess you can kind of see through their play on the field, on the court. Just a lot of sporadic, not really together. And we've seen that report come out between that dynamic between Giannis and Dame, and then as the reports come out about all the locker room and the other players, you can just see why they haven't succeeded and why they looked the way they looked on court. Yeah.
Interesting. Anything from Boo? Nothing from Boo Up, all right?
I'm good.
Boo said, fuck that shit.
I mean, he already said he didn't want to come there, so like that's why I already knew like it wasn't a great pairing in the mix, because just basically when a player don't want to go somewhere, they kind of just going with the motions. If it's going good, it's going good. When it's going bad, I really never wanted to be here anyway, so it's kind of like one of those deals.
Do you guys find it interesting that James Harden doesn't talk to Joel Embiid?
Nah.
Not really. Unless there's some, like, I don't know if they're supposed to be friends, but unless there's some type of rumor to where they're trying to get him to LA, I don't really see why they would have a conversation.
Well, they're saying that he had his grudge with the 76ers and Daryl Morey for not granting him the long-term extension, and it kind of spilled over to Joel Embiid.
Possibly.
Joel, is he on Daryl Morey's side or is he on the James Harden side?
Who, Embiid?
Yeah.
Well, this is Embiid saying, he said no one knows this, but even James is not talking to me. That's the part I don't like about being the guy, because it puts you in the middle of these situations. Because if you ask James, he probably believes I had something to do with him not being here, and I'm just like, I won the scoring title, you won the assist title, we had a pick and roll that was unstoppable. It hurts when you feel like you haven't done anything wrong, when you think you have a relationship like that with someone, you lose a lot.
That's interesting. Obviously, it doesn't come out of nowhere, so that might have some basis to it. I'm not gonna lie to you because there's, definitely probably a reason why he feels like that. Maybe he didn't want James Harden to leave at all. He felt like they could have did something in Phoenix or in Philadelphia and was trying to actively get him back or trying to get him to stay, but because of the whole Daryl Morey thing, James may feel some type of way, thinking that Joel had the final say, but you never really know with those situations. Like you can't really call it as far as that. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Unless there's, like I said, unless there's an opportunity for them to team up later. I don't, which shoot, he may be trying to plant that seed. You never know.
Boo, you got anything?
I think that shit weird, but it is what it is. Like I wouldn't even get no fuck. Fuck him. He ain't talking to me. Oh well.
He hurt.
Like they only played 2 years together.
He hurt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you classify that as playing together, because we see how
He hurt. He hurt physically and emotionally.
I hear it.
Well, I mean, shoot, if he felt like they was boys, and I understand that, but shit, I mean, nigga, y'all haven't played together in years. Why bring it up now?
I think he was asked about it. I'm not sure. But to close the show out, we're going to go with a couple of names for agents. Nobody really big, but let me know if anybody impressed you and what team you would like to see them on. All right. We have a bunch of role players here, but it's only 9 players. DeAnthony Melton. We got Alec Burks. Gary Payton II, Russell Westbrook, Al Horford, Cam Thompson, Quentin Grimes, Jonathan Kuminga, and Josh Giddey. Anybody there move the needle for anybody? Or just close the show out. Fuck it.
I know DeAnthony Melton and the Warriors are linked. Horford and the Warriors were linked, but he didn't sign, so there's that. Other than that, not really. I know Kuminga's probably going to be on the move somewhere once the Warriors or Mike Dunleavy gets his head out of that. So once we figure that out, then there's another name that'll be off that board, but not really. The Josh Giddey thing is interesting because I don't know how people want to take, even though he was found innocent, I still don't, how people want to take that on as far as court of public opinion goes. So,
man, fuck that shit.
Feel me? Alec Burke is an interesting one too, though, because he's still like low-key, like, you feel me? He's a little bucket. You know what I mean? He can get you like 12, 13, 14 off the bench type shit. Probably want to see him somewhere too.
What?
Man. Yeah, bro. I guess we'll see what's gonna be what right now. It's kind of like touch and go for me with a lot of this shit.
Yeah, makes sense. The only reason why I think rest, I heard he was playing in China. So
He said, fuck the NBA.
Westbrook probably is gonna go to China. Shit, ain't got nothing to lose.
He's gonna be the man over there, fucking 100-point games next Wilt. I'm playing with him.
I don't doubt that shit.
I think Josh Giddey is could be depending on what team. Definitely got some veterans out there for some veteran minimums. I think the Lakers are probably going to grab. I named 9 people. The Lakers are probably going to grab 6 of them.
Well, and it's crazy for Josh Giddey because he's so young. So like, but at the same time, I don't really know what he does too well that would help the team. So there's also that factor.
With Josh Giddey?
Yeah,
Man, he can score some.
young player, but it's like,
Ooh. But yeah, let's close it out. We'll be here next week, hopefully on Monday. I know how it goes.
on Monday.
Final thoughts, movies.
You know what it is. Another dope show. Make sure you guys tune into the rest of the shows throughout the rest of the week. Gentlemen's Talk got some really dope stuff coming up again, followed by PVT and then Inside the Huddle on Friday. So make sure y'all don't miss it. Keep liking, comment, and subscribing, and we can keep bringing out this dope ass content. We'll see y'all next week.
What?
Man, you already know, man. Technical difficulties, type shit. But yeah, see you guys Monday.
He said, nigga time.